Welcome on Radio Unicorn. Is it serious? No! I hope you'll enjoy our original topics. Today we send our top model and reporter Unicorn Megan to talk about a very important topic, the rainbow hair. Our talented journalist will interview a professional hairdresser called Jane Harper. During this crazy and trendy interview, we will talk not only about hairstyle but also about something a bit more terrifying. Zombies. As you know, in year 4005, a big part of humanity became unicorns, but the rest became and are still becoming zombies. Today we are welcoming Frau Sabrina Herzschlager, a real zombie. As you can hear, hello, how are you? What do you think about your conditions? Well, I think everything is said. Again, it's your turn.
I'm right now with Mrs. Harper, a professional and popular hairdresser. Hi Jane, should I call you Jane or Mrs. Harper?
Mrs. Harper.
Oh, you seem to be a real businesswoman.
I am a businesswoman. I wake up business, I eat business, I think business, and I sleep business.
Okay, so we are here today to talk about our specialty, rainbow hair for unicorns.
And zombies.
So, you do hair rainbow for zombies too?
Yeah, it's less interesting, but the results are quite good. Some zombies are hard to control when all they want is to eat your brain, but they were humans, so they can have a rainbow hair if they want one.
Sure, but does rainbow hair look good on everyone?
No, brown and red unicorns are less likely to look good with rainbow hair, but black and white ones are so beautiful with violet rainbow hair.
And do you think it will work on me?
You are blonde, so a green or blue can pass well to you.
So cool! I love blue. Now, how did you become so a famous hairdresser? Was it difficult?
As said before, I always think, sleep and eat business in my life. My entire life was only business. Was it difficult? The thing that was really difficult was to find someone who will accept to kill the other hairdresser for free. Just kidding. What I mean is that it was difficult to become better than everyone else, but I am more talented than the others. So, no real problem.
Thank you for this amazing interview, Jane.
Mrs. Harper.
Sorry, Mrs. Harper.
Thank you again for this incredible interview. Moving on, we are now proposing you to follow Miss Rice to discover a too little known animal. Let yourself go while you hear the great experience that our reporter lived this week.
The Dahu, an animal still unknown in our culture. In order to learn more about this specimen, we sent our team on the tracks of this strange mammal. Clara Rice with the Radio Unicorn now reporting. To find a Dahu, there is no miracle solution. The easiest is to talk to an experienced hunter, Mr. Craig. Hello, sir.
Hello.
So, what can you tell me about your job?
Well, it is a knowledge that is passed from father to son, you know. Hunting the Dahu, I mean. It requires a lot of know-how and patience.
Thank you. But first, what exactly is a Dahu? It is kind of a strange animal, isn't it?
Strange, no, but unfortunately unrecognized by a lot of people. First, you have to know that the Dahu lives mostly in the French and Swiss Alps. It is where it appeared, and I don't think there are elsewhere. It is kind of a national pride, you see.
A Swiss pride or a French one?
A bit of both.
Very well. But what is the characteristic of this animal?
The particularity of the Dahu is that, given that it only lives in the mountains. It evolved so as to be able to live there easier.
Which means?
It has the legs of one side shorter than the other. But caution, the aforementioned side is not due to the chance.
So there are two species of Dahu?
No. It is the gender of the individual that determines the shortest side. Males are levogyral, which means they have shorter legs on the right side, while females are dextrorotatory and have shorter legs on their left side.
What difficult word. Why is that?
So that they can kiss each other, of course. How do you want males and females to kiss if they are facing the same direction?
Oh yes, it goes without saying. And how do you hunt them?
Well, there are a few possibilities. For the first one, you need to go with a group. While a few hunters are scaring it by hitting sticks together, one person has to wade down the slope with a big bag. The Dahu, frightened, will try to see from where comes the noise and turn around. It will then lose the balance and fall down. All the person has to do is to catch it in the bag. But there is a way easier method. In this case, one has just to stand behind the Dahu and call it. As it is a very sociable animal, it will be happy that someone is interested in it and, once again, turn around and lose the balance. All you have to do then is to catch it. And finally, the last way to hunt a Dahu is to put some pepper on a large, flat stone. When the Dahu, quietly grazing, will smell the pepper, it will naturally sneeze and knock itself out by hitting its own head against the stone.
And does the Dahu hunting require some special skills?
No, not at all. Just a lot of patience and some practice. The fact is that... Shh! Look, right here.
Oh God, what a majestic animal!
It is, isn't it? Now just keep quiet and watch. Dahu? Now come.
Is it hurt?
No, it just can't get up. You can shock it if you want.
Wow, it is really soft.
We'll let it go now. Help me to set it upright.
Thank you very much for this experience, Mr. Cray. It was truly amazing.
Thanks to you for according some attention to this magnificent animal.
They really deserve to be better known. It was Clara Race with Radio Unicorn.
Before continuing with some unusual news, I was just informed by one of our loyal listeners that there is a traffic jam on the O245 highway. It seems that the pilot of a flying saucer registered in a Dathomir planet out of the outside border of the galaxy is drunk and shooting at the cars, especially the purple ones. He must probably think, under the influence of alcohol, that they are escaped rancors. Anyway, be careful if you're driving on this highway and try to avoid the shots. Here are the news.
A man put his cock on a mailbox.
The 17th July in Presley, in Scotland, a completely drunk 45-year-old man went out a bar and knocked at the doors randomly. Inside one of the house was a woman with her little girl and her niece. The family didn't open the door because of the fear he inspired. The mother called the police. Meanwhile, her husband came in and succeeded to enter without letting the man without pants come in. He was so angry that he decided to take off his knickers and put his cock in the mailbox, which is on the door. The mother and her girl were shocked. When the police came, they tried to arrest the offender, but he insulted them and tried to escape. At trial, the old man confessed the crime, even if he affirmed not remembering what he did. Nevertheless, he apologized to the family. This behavior helped him to avoid the prison, but he must, indeed, do 200 hours of imposed labor.
He seized a spider and set it on fire in a gas station.
The 28th September in Detroit in New York, a man set fire to a spider because he was frightened and disliked these animals. The spider was on his car when he filled up. He took his lighter and set it on fire. The only problem was that he was in a gas station. The stupid man didn't realize that the oil would burn. Hopefully, the gas station attendant reacted very fast and stopped the pumps. This act allowed to save lives. The man was disclosed to receive the Darwin Award for the most stupid death this year. However, the spider died. Hopefully.
It is now time for Stupidity's Top 5. Today we are interested in a little known person who won for president in 2016, more than 2000 years ago. Let's see the 5 worst absurdities he said or planned during his campaign.
Number 5. Islamic terrorism is eating large proportion of the Middle East. They've become rich. I'm in competition with them. This sentence proved that humanity was not as clever as it is now, right? Because for those who don't know, at this period of history, the Islamic State was still organizing attacks all over the world, destroying families and distilling fear.
Absolutely. It is only when all the powerful countries stopped squabbling and united that ISIS was defeated.
Now, let's come back to Mr. Trump. What he was saying is that he, a candidate for the White House, was in competition with the enemy of the entire world.
I think so. But wait, it is not over. Number 4. I am calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what is going on. The guy was here referencing to the fact that ISIS is not only creating fear, but also proclaiming itself Muslim. In this way, everyone was blaming the Muslims and increasing fear.
By these words, Trump proved that he totally fell for the war story and actually helped ISIS. Not very smart.
Lucy, I think the guy wasn't very smart. Listen to the number 3, which is about the Chinese. I'm not saying they're stupid. I like China. I just sold an apartment for $15 million. Am I supposed to dislike them? People say you don't like China. No, I love them.
Yes, I think he indeed liked Chinese. It was kind of pets for him. What was he even trying to prove? Why on earth would the fact that he sold an apartment to one of them prove that he liked them? Was he saying that he liked people just when they brought him money?
It gives the impression that he was talking about animals. Scary. Did this guy really run for president?
Oh, yes, and there were even people ready to vote for him.
Incredible. Even more after having heard our quote number 2. I will build a great wall, and nobody builds walls better than me, believe me. And I'll build them very inexpensively. I will build a great wall on our southern border, and I will make Mexico pay for that wall. I can assure you he said that.
Okay, so although this event in history was fresher for him than for me, I know that building a wall to separate a country from another is a very bad idea.
You're right. I think that even now everybody remembers the Berlin Wall, one of the most traumatizing events of history.
Do we really need to say more about this quote? Seriously. Let's just read the last one.
And today's quote number 1. It's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming.
Really? He said that we needed what caused the melting of the pack ice, the rise of sea level, the collapse of vegetation and wildlife, violent surges of hurricanes, as well as a worse air quality.
Well, he lived at a time where the global warming was still debated.
But there were signs of it. They couldn't deny it.
Some of them were.
And it led the world in the worst disaster it even had to face.
I totally agree. But this is another debate. For now, I think we can tell that it is fortunate that Donald Trump didn't become president of the USA, or I can't tell where we would be right now.
That's for sure. Well, we're finished for today. Thank you all for listening, and we will let you enjoy the last heat of this winter.
Goodbye!
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Let's test your knowledge and see what you've learned so far. What color are the unicorns?
Pink!
Where are they dancing?
Rainbows!
Please use one word to describe the texture of their magical fur. Smile! Yeah!
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. 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 Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rain.
Could you make me some